Good day, viewers. My name is Davies. I am one of the pastors of St. Albans Community Church, a parish of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, based in St. Albans in the United Kingdom. It is my privilege today to present to you the Open Heavens reflection based on the Open Heavens Daily Guide written by Pastor E.A. Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. Today's topic is Pray Without Ceasing. Pray without ceasing. And our Bible passage is taken from Luke's Gospel, chapter 18, verses 1 to 8. Then he spoke a parable to them, that men always ought to pray and not lose heart, saying, There was in a certain city a judge who did not fear God nor regard man. Now there was a widow in that city, and she came to him, saying, Get justice for me from my adversary. And he would not for a while. But afterward he said within himself, Though I do not fear God nor regard man, yet because this widow troubles me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. Then the Lord said, Hear what the unjust judge said, and shall God not avenge his own elect, who cry out day and night to him, though he bears long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man comes, will he really find faith on the earth? The memory verse is taken from Luke's Gospel, chapter 22, verse 40. When he came to the place, he said to them, Pray that you may not enter into temptation. And so, brothers and sisters, let us reflect on today's readings. Paul's command in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 17, to pray without ceasing, can be confusing. Obviously, it cannot mean that we are to be in a head-bowed, eyes-closed posture all day long. Paul is not referring to non-stop talking, but rather an attitude of God consciousness and God surrender that we carry with us all the time. Every waking moment is to be lived in an awareness that God is with us and that he is actively involved and engaged in our thoughts and our actions. When our thoughts turn to worry, fear, discouragement, and anger, we are to consciously and quickly turn every thought into prayer and every prayer into thanksgiving. In his letter to the Philippians, Paul commands us to stop being anxious and instead, I quote, In everything, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And that is taken from Philippians chapter 4, verse 6. He taught the believers at Colossae to devote themselves to prayer, being watchful and thankful. And that is taken from Colossians chapter 4, verse 2. Paul exhorted the Ephesian believers to see prayer as a weapon to use in fighting spiritual battles. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 18. As we go through the day, prayer should be our first response to every fearful situation, every anxious thought, and every undesired task that God commands. A lack of prayer will cause us to depend on ourselves instead of depending on God's grace. Unceasing prayer is, in essence, continual dependence upon and communion with the Father. For Christians, prayer should be like breathing. You do not have to think to breathe, because the brain reacts automatically to the buildup of carbon dioxide in the blood and tells our muscles to breathe. Our response to a buildup of troubles in our life should be to pray. As believers, we have all entered the divine atmosphere to breathe the air of prayer. Let us pray together. Father, avenge me on every adversary of your plan and purpose for my life this year. Thank you and God bless.